Once upon a time, there was a miserable young boy who loved writing scary stories. Now that brought him much joy.
Oh, this one's the scariest, and that's a fact, as the readers learn of the giant goblin rat.
Now the boy's excitement doesn't always last, for his hobby causes him to be the family outcast, his stepmother so vile with her wicked evil tongue.
Damien,
she hissed.
Stupid child, you've got until 2, for you have chores galore to do, so put the book away, now, today.
She grabbed him by the ear and threw down his book, dragging him away from his sanctuary nook. He cried with tears running down his face.
Time to start cleaning the whole entire place. You will start with the kitchen and then the living room too.
And the list just grew and grew and grew.
Your daddy and I are off to church.
Off we go, son, so you better not lurch, for your sister will report whatever she sees. In steps the stepsister with a devilish glee. Bye, sweet pea, we'll be back soon.
So that means you're in charge of this incompetent buffoon.
So they locked the door and drove right off. Oh, she laughed, and how she scoffed. She walked into the kitchen with an idea so bad. Surely this will make Damien incredibly mad.
Oh, dear brother, you forgot about this mess.
She started to spill milk, then grabbed cookies, oh yes. She crushed and she stomped, and made such a mess so good.
How do they put up with you? I surely never would. 'Cause you're stupid and lonely, just like your dead mom.
That was the final tick of the living time bomb. Damien ran to his room, and in a fit of rage, oh my, dear lord, what he wrote on that page.
This is the one about the girl and the mysterious disease. Her skin rotted black and she coughed and she sneezed.
Phew.
His pen danced across the page like a dark ancient ritual, for his scary stories were always habitual. As her skin peeled right off, she dropped to her knees, calling for help in her final wheeze. When their parents came home, in shock, they screamed, seeing their daughter looked like a nightmarish dream.
Hello, Father John. We don't know what to do. For we are so lost, can we send him to you? So you can see and you can pray to see what's wrong with his head, for he almost left his sister, close to dead.
Oh, how quickly they packed young Damien's belongings off to church in unfamiliar surroundings. Where the buildings run high and for the poor unfortunate souls, he finally hears for whom the bell tolls.
Here you will stay if you need anything, just ring.
Whoa, what's this, a book that you bring?
So the priest snatched the book, and then they were gone. Damien was lonely and had nothing to write on. Now as time passed, the priest noticed strange things. When the boy talked about birds, flocked the crows and ravens on wing. And when the boy talked about storms, the skies lit up, and came the thunder and rain. Confusion was all that was left on the priest's brain.
Look at the omens and signs. There's something wrong and off about the boy.
Please, Father John, he needs something to enjoy, for he has no friends and no one to hear.
Whoa, look at you, full of positivity and endear. We all know the children are living in fear, for the boy scares them all and they don't want to die. Looks like I'll have to take charge and take care of this guy.
So the priest crept away with a plan in his head of how he'll take care of the boy, for he was full of dread.
For my plan is simple, easy and quick, that this exorcism will surely be the trick. I'll kidnap the boy and do what I must, for he is too evil and is not to be trusted.
Now Damien in his room cried in despair.
Oh, why doesn't anyone love me? Or do they even care?
Then Damien heard something in the distance that gave him a fright. Surely nothing should be up this late at night.
Hello?
He asked, checking if anyone was near. In charged Father John like a zealot cavalier.
What do you want?
The boy cried with a confused sound in his tone.
Looks like I have to take care of this all on my own, for the devil follows you and your soul is black.
And this is when Father John started to attack.
Please, someone help me. I don't want to die.
This was the first spark that lit in his eye. The priest grabbed the boy and threw him on the ground, but stopped when he heard such a strange sound, for the boy was mumbling something under his voice.
This is the story of the priest that made the wrong choice, and like a wick that's drawn to the flame, his clothes suddenly burst and his skin was completely maimed.
Then the priest caught on fire and couldn't put out the heat, realizing now that his final moments were full of defeat. The building burned down and everyone was evacuated. We were left with the final story of the boy and how he was fated.
This is the story of the omen and his friend, who watched the boy till his final end. He asked the boy where he wanted to roam, and the boy just said,
Can we please just go home?
And just like that, the boy disappeared into the night, and all that was left was his book of frights. So before we end, I have one question to ask you. What's the next story? Go on and choose.